Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy, and I am so happy that you are here with me today. This is your weekly reading for September 16th to the 22nd. So we'll concentrate on your incoming energies. We're going to get some messages through the tarot cards. We're going to do some angel and spirit messages, and then we're going to close out your reading with your angel number. So there will be multiple messages coming through, so remember this is a general reading. Take the parts that resonate and leave the rest. Now, I've already prepared and meditated on your cards for today, but I would like to cleanse the space together. So we're going to do that with the ringing of the bell. So you are going to hear a loud bell sound now. All right, Gemini. For those of you that are new to my channel, I want to welcome you here. I hope that you enjoy your reading today. For those that are returning, I really want to say thank you so much for all of your love and support. I appreciate it very much, and I hope that you resonate with your reading today as well. So Gemini, let's get right into your incoming energy. Now, this is going to be a very powerful week. We must keep in mind that on Tuesday, September 14th, we are going to have a super harvest full moon in the sign Pisces. So this brings like a wave of deep emotional introspection. It's all about spiritual awakening. You could find that your creativity is really starting to open up. You're diving more into your intuition, and your intuition is really giving you kind of that nudge that you need to really discover some new things. Discovery did come out there in our shuffle. But yeah, it's really about your inner wisdom, and I think it's really helping to guide a lot of people towards that, emotional and spiritual transformations. So let's see what it has in store for you. Incoming energies. If we could get 3 energies for the beautiful sign Gemini, please. What are the 3 messages that you would like to share? The energies surrounding Gemini for 16th to the 22nd of September. There we go. All right. So we will get into those energies in just a moment. We're going to start at the bottom of the deck. Now I'm going to go 3 back. The bottom of the deck is the energies that you currently are expressing. It's the energy that you're bringing into the reading. So let's start here. Again, a lot of spirituality here. The 4 angels, number 4, spirit, the angels of 4 directions. I think you've got a lot of spiritual strength around you. I think that you've been delving a little bit more into your spirituality, and I think that it's what's really helping to keep your mind sort of trying to stay as positive as you possibly can. I think you're going through a whole new transformation. For some of you with the milestone here, I think you are reaching milestones in your life. Now, whether that's in relationships, whether that's in birthdays, it could be in work-related milestones, but even in the smallest of milestones, I think there's a celebration to be had here, and I think it's something, now for some of you, it could have a lot to do with maybe a spiritual breakthrough that you're having, but you're reaching certain milestones in your life where you're feeling like there's this sense of, there's almost like a sense of completion when we hit certain milestones in our life. So I think you're starting to really feel like things are starting to awaken for you. And then you also got number 8, spirit, the healing light. So a lot of healing energy around you as well. So let's find out what your incoming energies are here, because these are very impactful. And we start with number 3, consciousness, dark thoughts. And dark thoughts are what we all go through. Dark thoughts. We have these moments in our life, especially if we're going through transformations and transitioning from one phase of our life. Again, if you had hit some milestones in your life, and now you are transitioning, maybe from retirement, maybe you're transitioning from working to retirement, or you're now at a phase in your life where you've hit milestones financially, and now you're traveling more. Again, when our life is transitioning, sometimes dark thoughts can enter our mind, because it's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of not knowing exactly what direction our life is going to go. And I think that right now you're just at that crossroads in life where you're trying to really figure out your place, where your journey is going to take you. And right now it's just a little bit clouded. And I think that has a lot to do with this healing light, because if we can, start to accept the transitions in our life, again, especially if you're going from if you know, there's so many different transformations that can take place, and of course it's going to resonate differently with each of you, Gemini. But you know, it's even like going from working to starting a family, and then having to, you know, bring up a family, or like, it's all those different transitions in our lives that sometimes that fear of the unknown comes into play. Now, you have a lot of courage here, so your spirit and angels really want you to know that you have a lot of energy behind you, and that energy is courage, and it's perseverance, and it's resiliency, and it's a lot of strength. And even though sometimes your life may feel like it's going in a totally new path, your path is protected because you're wearing this suit of armor here. So you are very protected on this new journey that you're going on. And I really truly believe that these dark thoughts are not anything that's going to hold you back from anything. It's just, again, it's your thought process. And I think you're going to be able to clear up a lot of those dark thoughts because I think that you are going to have clarity, and I think you're going to get the information, and you're going to be given the tools that you need to be able to navigate your way in a very positive way. So again, you've got this beautiful courage that is standing there, that is there for you. And then you got number 3, commitment. And commitment can be commitment to a person. It can be a love commitment. It can be a work commitment. It can be a contract of some sort. It can be agreement between 2 people, family members. And again, I think, again, you know, with the dark thoughts, maybe there is some contracts that just don't have a lot of clarity with them right now. And that's what's playing on your mind. But you have the courage to go through the process, you know, trust in the process. The process is going to play itself out. And, you know, with this full moon in Pisces, we are highly intuitive at this time. So with your intuition being heightened, it's a really good time for you to trust in that as well, especially if you are having to sign any commitment, any sort of contracts. But now let's get into the tarot cards, because the tarot cards are going to give us a little bit more understanding. They're going to give us the messages that we need behind these energies. All right, Gemini. Let's find out. We're going to get 9 cards. Let's get those 9 cards first, and then we're going to go over them. So, Spirit Angels Guides for the beautiful sign Gemini. We can get 9 cards. I'm going to get the first 3 cards for the row, for the top row. Those go together. And then we got the second row. And then I'm going to read them all to you so you know exactly what they are. And then we'll clarify them. All right. Spirit Angels, guys, messages. Thank you so much. Beautiful. You are the center of your own reading, Gemini. This is fantastic. You got the lovers there. All right. I got those 2 together. You got things coming out in pairs. Interesting. So there's multiple messages here. There we go. And one more. There we go. All right. Let's get right into this. So the first card is the 2 of Cups. So let's start with the 2 of Cups, because that's all about partnership. That could be something to do with that contract or commitment. The 2 of Cups is a positive reinforcement that you have somebody in your life that is very much of soulmate energy. So again, a soulmate does not have to be a love relationship, but it very well could be. And this could be, you know, this could be your partner. This could be your partner in love. It could be your partner in business. But it's definitely 2 people, sometimes with opposite energies, but they're so attracted to each other and they seem to just gel really well together. And I think that you have a support system around you. And especially during the course of this week, I think you're going to feel that connection even stronger. So if you have been having any dark thoughts, I think this is a supportive energy that's really going to help you to release that. Again, you have courage, and with commitment, for some of you, you could actually be fearful because you're taking that next step in your relationship. Or with a partnership in business, you're taking that next step, you know, in a business partnership. And, you know, you're having to really sign the contract, read the fine details, really get into it. And, you know, and that's what can bring up some fears. So there is definitely supportive energy. And this is a positive energy that is circulating around you. Now, you also got the 2 of Wands. So I'm already seeing the duplication of the number 2 right in your very first 2 cards. So 2 is like the joining of 2 people. It is the joining of forces. It's kind of balance a little bit as well. Your ships are ready to come in, and I think that you know that, and I think you can see that there's some opportunities that are really presenting themselves to you. With the 2 of Wands, you're kind of still in that planning phase, and you really are ready to venture into this new phase of your life. But you have to still kind of make some decisions, and there's still some information that you may require. You're putting some, you're kind of fine-tuning your strategy or your plans or your contract or your agreement. You're still kind of putting the little details that need a little bit more clarity. But there's definitely some, your ships are ready to come in. And some of these could be like relocation. For some of this, it really could be that you're moving into a new phase of your life. You could be physically relocating somewhere for work, or you could be your home as well. But we'll get more when we get into the tarot cards, or into the clarity, clarifying the cards. Oh my goodness, you actually had 3 cards here and I didn't know. All right, so right now you're at your most powerful energy. With this beautiful Magician card, this really is a powerful card, and it is a great time for manifestations. And again, if you're at that point in your life where you are trying to maybe close out certain cycles in your life, around the full moon, which is going to be on the 17th, is going to be a very positive day for you to really consider certain chapters of your life that you know you have to maybe, you know, whether it's with people, whether it's with contracts, whether it's with family, you know, there might be something where you feel like you've kind of gone around and around, and now that cycle is kind of closing itself out because you're preparing yourself for something new. And you have all the tools that you need. You have a lot of possibilities here. And again, we know that there's a lot of possibilities because we can see the 2 ships that are coming in here as well. So I think you're being presented with opportunities, and I think that you're in a very powerful, at a very powerful time in your life right now where you actually have that magic within you to be able to bring, you know, those manifestations into your life. So be careful how you use your power. You always want to use it for your highest good and the good of others. And but again, you know, you are really enriched with a lot of endless possibilities here. So keep that in mind. Now, the card that was hidden here, it was interesting because this is how the cards came out. So I'm going to read the moon first, because the moon, of course, full moon on the 17th. Sorry, this is number 18. So this could be an impactful day for you on the 18th, because even though the full moon is on the 17th, it's going to be any time after that that you're going to feel a lot of the impacts from it as well. This full moon energy is your fears. These are your dark thoughts. It's the subconscious. It's the not knowing. It's the unknown. It's the fear of, you know, it's just the fear of change. A lot of those things. And I think what your fear is with the 5 of Pentacles being right underneath it. I think your fear of being alone, could be being in isolation. Your fear of isolation. Your fear of not having the material gains that you need. You know, you could be going through some changes. Maybe you are changing up a contract, and you know, your fear is that you're not going to get the money that you were hoping for. But it's a fear. It's just a fear. It's something that plays on our mind. It's something that festers in our mind. But you know, you have the power right now. Remember, the Magician card came out first. You have the power to change your way of thinking. And you have to remember that our thoughts become things. So let's try and keep our thoughts as positive as we possibly can, so that our outcome is that positivity as well. So if you are in fear of some sort of isolation, or that you're being feeling like you're left out in the cold, it's a feeling that you're having right now. It's not actually happening. And I think that you actually have the power to change your whole outcome. You actually hold the power in your hands. And that has a lot to do with that 2 of Wands too, because in the traditional card, it's like you're holding the universe, you're holding the world in the palm of your hands, and you're saying, I have so many possibilities here. And my ships are coming in, my opportunities are there. Where is this going to take me? So the second row, we've got the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords can very well be your energy, Gemini, as well. You've come up in your reading twice. The Knight of Swords is on a mission. Very fast acting knight. In fact, probably one of the fastest knights in all of the deck. But this Knight of Swords is all about getting to the information that you need. And they charge on their horse, and they come in quickly to resolve a situation, and then they move out just as quickly. So I think that this is kind of either you or somebody coming in to give you sort of the realization of what everything is. And then they're going to, you know, again, move their way out of the situation. So it's a fast acting interaction that gives you what you need, and then it leaves. Now, the six of lovers, the 6, which is the Lovers card, is Gemini, and it is the center of your reading, meaning that this reading is a little bit, it can be more powerful for you because you're actually showing up in your own reading. There is a choice here. There is a decision here. Absolutely. And, you know, with the Lovers being right in the center and then opposite, like diagonal, we have the Two of Cups. This could very well have to do with a relationship. It could have to do with a commitment in a relationship. There could be some healing that's going on in a relationship. It could also be a partnership with business where there is a contract or there is an agreement. And you know what? This is something where decisions are going to have to be made. And you're making decisions out of your own free will, which is great. And, you know, you can even see this beautiful pentacle here. This is about, you know, pentacles to me are about health and stability. It's our physical. And I think that there is definitely, definitely these two cards really, I'm really feeling a strong vibe with some sort of unity. There's some sort of unity here. And there is some decisions that are going to be required. And this is why this Knight of Cups is charging in on his horse. And he's coming in, again, no gender with any of these cards, coming in to give you the clarity and the information that you need. And then you've got number 21, the World. And the World card, of course, is the end of the Fool's journey in the Major Arcana, meaning this is, you know, everything in life has a beginning and it has an end. And even like a job has a beginning and an end. Certain parts of our relationships, it's the same thing. Life is all about cycles, and it's like right now a cycle is starting to change for you. And that change is going to relate to you all differently, because change is, you know, yes, we're moving from retirement, from working to retirement, or we're getting ready to start a new job. We're starting a new job where we are now, you know, in charge, or we, you know, and that could very well be for some of you, especially with the card that came out with it being number 4, the Emperor. The Emperor is very powerful. It's Aries energy, so fast-moving energy. Likes to be in control of situations and is very empowered. And this is like an authoritative figure. For some of you, it can represent a fatherly energy, or definitely masculine energy, if that means anything to any of you. But it's definitely somebody in a very powerful position. So again, that could be you as well. Your life could be changing, and the cycles that, you know, the cycles that are changing out for you is that you're being, you know, you're leveling up in your job, and you are getting more of a powerful position within that industry. Or you are actually changing jobs completely, and you're moving to something that is going to really give you a higher ranking. But whatever the case may be, you are definitely in a very powerful position here. And and you are yourself feeling that sense of courage and empowerment, because the Emperor has a lot of courage and a lot of willpower. And, you know, they are protectors, you know, so again, it's, you know, you're taking on sort of that energy of really taking care and looking after all of the things that are in your life as well. But there's definitely chapters in your life that you're closing out, and you're doing it with a lot of strength and power. And then we have this beautiful Zero Fool energy. This is a whole new direction. So again, you know, I think that you are moving in a completely new direction with a lot of endless and infinite possibilities. This is a time of happiness and excitement, because even though you can be fearful with the dark thoughts because you're not quite sure where this journey is going to take you, enjoy the journey. The journey is there to teach us lessons. It's there to bring out our inner child. It's there to bring out happiness and joy where maybe we've been feeling isolated with that 5 of Pentacles. We've been feeling a little bit alone. The Fool energy is offering you a new direction that's going to bring out much more happiness. And it's something that is going to, you know, even though you don't know where it's leading to, it could be something that actually puts you in a more of a powerful position as well, which is really nice. Especially if you've been feeling powerless, you're going to feel like you're getting your power back. And then you got the 10 of Wands, which is feeling sense of burdens, feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, because again, if you're trying to make decisions with the Lovers in the middle, you got the 2 of Wands. You're trying to plan out your strategy because you want to move forward, but you still have these 2 ships. You're not quite sure which one to choose. You're feeling burdened. You're feeling like you're juggling things. You're not quite sure what that decision should be. The 10 of Wands, nice that it's a 10 because it's coming to a close, meaning that feeling of all that weight being lifted, weighing you down, is really going to start lifting. And you're going to feel, even your energy is going to feel lighter. You're not going to feel so emotionally heavy either. And then you got the 4 of Pentacles. Now, 4s are all about stability and structure and solid foundation and security. And with the 4 of Pentacles here, I think that you You know, you're really trying to work towards building a solid foundation for your relationships, for your work, for your business, for your finances. And, you know, even though there's transformations taking place and you can see that they're starting to take place in your life, you're fearful. Again, the dark thoughts is the fear of having to release something because you don't want to disrupt the stability that you've already built for yourself. But what we have to remember sometimes is if we are too rigid and we are so afraid of releasing a little bit of that, you know, if we're afraid of, you know, letting go, we won't be able to transform either. So you have to have that perfect balance so that you can feel that sense of comfort, knowing that it's okay, I can release a little bit, but I still have to keep something back, right? So the Four of Pentacles can be that type of energy as well. All right, let's get into your clarifying cards. All right, we're going to start with the Two of Cups. Let's find out the clarifying card for the Two of Cups. We're going to take them each one by one just to make it a little easier. So with the Two of Cups, what would you like to share? You got the beautiful Ace of Swords. So there's a lot of clarity with this relationship, with this partnership. If there is commitment and contracts and agreements that you need to sign, and it is some sort of a partnership, you are going to have all the clarity that you need and you're going to feel a great sense of victory, which is beautiful. So definitely lots of clarity coming through. You're going to feel peace of mind making the decision that you need to. Now let's get the Two of Wands. Let's find out. Two of Wands, and you got the Five of Pentacles. Again, the Five of Pentacles is here. It's your fear. It's your fear of moving on. For some of you, if you are planning on relocating or changing a job or changing residence, I think that it's that whole fear of having to make the decision by yourself. Could be that as well. With the Five of Pentacles, it really is feeling that sense of isolation. But what you have to remember, when there's changes and adjustments going on with our finances, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And as you can see through the stained glass window, there is light coming from behind, meaning that you don't have to fear it. Now let's get into this one here with the Magician, the Five of Pentacles, and the Moon. And again, I think these are all just fears. It's fear-based. Let's find out what your spirit angels and guides would like to share. Okay, it's that one for sure. And you got the Eight of Swords. And again, this is just to reiterate and reconfirm that all of these fears you are having about maybe not having enough finances, or that there's changes going on in the structure of your finances, that it is actually not happening. It's just the fear you have in your mind, because the Eight of Swords and the dark thoughts are very similar. And it all is based on this moon energy that is your subconscious that's playing a toll on you. You need to remember how powerful you actually are and allow the Magician to reconstruct your thought process so that you can stop feeling that sort of that negative energy where your finances are concerned, or where the physical things of your life are concerned, because this is just, again, it's just all in your mind. The Eight of Swords is very much a Gemini card. So now let's get the Knight of Swords. Let's find out with the Knight of Swords. There we go. And you got the Emperor again. A lot of strength in your reading. This is why the Courage has come up as your energy. You're getting the Emperor twice in your reading. Again, another 4. So you've got 2 4s here about your stability. I think that you really, I think you're in a very powerful position, and I think you're actually going to get a message. There's going to be movement here and a message that comes in that puts you in the position of having to make some really important decisions, and you're the one that's going to be in control of that. Let's find out with the Lovers, what's happening with the Lovers card. That is your energy, Gemini. And you got the Magician. Yeah, see, you are at your most powerful right now. This is an extremely powerful time for you. Do not let your thoughts get the better of you. Do not let your thoughts put those fears in you. You need to let those go, because there is much power behind everything that you are doing here. You are really, I think you're going to gain a new perspective on anything. And I think that cycles in your life where you've been feeling a little bit like that you've had some dark thoughts going through your mind, those chapters are closing. So let's get one for the World and the Emperor. And And you got the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you see these fears of not having enough money or that you're lacking in stability somewhere is just all fears in your mind. The 9 of Pentacles, you are definitely, for some of you, you really are starting a whole new journey. You're closing something out and you are bringing a lot of independent wealth into your life. You are really setting a strong financial foundation for yourself. You're going to be able to really have all the nice things that you want in your life, and you're working hard towards that. And I think that some of you are moving, this is why milestones, you've hit a milestone or you've hit sort of a plateau in your job. And I think that you are leveling up and it's putting you in a more powerful or in a leadership role. That's a better word than power. Leadership role. And the leadership role is going to bring you a lot more financial resources, a lot more financial abundance. New direction. We got the Fool energy. Let's find out. Find out what's happening with this Fool. And with the Fool, you get the Lovers again. Wow, a lot of duplications for you, Gemini. Absolutely, that is just reiterating right now that you have a choice right now. And a choice may be you going in a whole new direction, something that you weren't anticipating, something that is new, and that's something that is going to open up limitless opportunities for you. So you're going to be faced with some decisions in this next week. So let's find out these burdens. Let's see if we can release these burdens. We don't want to hold on to them. We want to release them. And these burdens are because you have so many dreams in your mind. The 7 of Cups is a dreamy state. It really is very much like Pisces energy. The 7 of Cups is burdening you because you have so many wishes that you want to fulfill and you're not exactly sure how to start with any of them. So you're feeling a little bit of confusion. But, you know, with the 10 of Wands being that 10, I think that you're at that point now where you're really starting to be able to release some of these burdens. You've got to stop taking those things so seriously. Stop letting them get in your head, and you need to learn how to release that because you're going to have some, you are, again, with these 2 magicians coming up, a lot of powerful energy, a lot of magic. Believe in magic. That's, you know, that I think there's a lot of magical things going to be happening and transforming for you. And then with the 4 of Pentacles, again, you're holding so tightly onto something that sometimes it prevents you to transform. But this 4 of Pentacles is also giving you number 14, Temperance, Sagittarius energy. It's balancing your whole life out. So again, you know, it's really finding that perfect balance, you know, between the things that you have in your life, physically have in your life, and, you know, all the other things in your life that make you happy. And it's really bringing that all like totally together and giving you sort of this blending everything harmoniously together. And that's what the Temperance is. So a lot of balance in your life is being restored as well. Wow, beautiful energies. All right, let's get your angel spirit messages here. We're going to get 2 cards. Let's find out what those are. One there. And one there. Perfect. This wish one came out in your pre-shuffle. Wow. You see your wishes. Again, you have the power. You have the power within you. You have the magic within you to manifest and set your intentions, which means you have, you know, you have a lot of magical spirit within you, and your wishes can come true. The first one that came out here was number 2, Angel. And you know, it's interesting because when we first started your reading, I said you had 2 2s right at the beginning there. So 2 is a very powerful number. So keep that in mind. And your angels are guiding you and protecting you on your spiritual journey. And we talked about the courage that you have right now and the protection that you have with that suit of armor. So your angels are protecting every move that you make right now. So there's no sense for fear here. You can release the dark thoughts. And number 35, wish. So your heart's desires is ready to come true. So really, really consider what it is you want to manifest during the during that super harvest full moon on the 17th, because I think it's going to be a magical time for you. All right, let's get your other 2 spirit and angel messages, please. One there and one there. Perfect. So your angels want to remind you of humor. So I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Absolutely. Bring that fun back into your life. Bring the excitement into your life, and know that it's good to add humor to your life. And they also want you to be mindful of your health. I will honor the physical vessels that enshrines my soul. So again, you know, you want to have a healthy mind, a healthy body, a healthy heart. Everything is very important to keep your health as a very important part of your journey here. And that's what's going to also help bring you a lot of balance in your life as well. So now let's get your angel number. And this is to tie up your entire reading together. It's going to give you an affirmation and an angel number. So let's find out what that is. Spirit angels guides for the beautiful sign Gemini. All right. They want you to have 2. So we're going to start here. 1313. Absolutely. Starting fresh. And I do think there is a new fresh start here for you. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Lots of luck around you right now. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. And remember, you had the Lover's card, which is your card, Gemini. That's all about decisions, and you need to trust in your decisions. It's a good time. Follow your intuition. And then you got number 15, the big break. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your tasks. Bring the humor back. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. So you've got number 15, number 13. Interesting how those synchronicities are. And I also want you to be mindful of the number 1, because you've got that 3 times in here with the Magician and the Ace of Swords, and the number 2. You've got a lot of duplicating numbers here, so keep that in mind as well. Thank you, Gemini, for joining me today. I hope that you found parts of this reading resonate with you. Please leave comments, like, and share. Until next time, sending you love, light, and positive vibes.